Hey, how's it doing, folks? This is HUD Zero, the old school gamer, and of course the Iron Heart of Xbox, and welcome to another episode of Gamers Play. If you have not done so, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you like any of my content. Also, you can visit me at my Twitter page, that's at HUD0, that's HUDXERO, and drop a couple of comments. Let me know what kind of content you want to hear in the future. Well, let's talk about the big elephant in the room, and let's talk about hypocrisy in the industry. Yes, we're talking about Sony and, of course, Jim Ryan and this ABK deal. Now, I know what everybody's thinking. There's been a lot of ideas and speculations and, of course, a couple of opinions about what the deal entails. Now, don't get me wrong, I feel like competition is very, very good. It's very healthy in the industry. But I also find a couple of unfair practices that are on the other side. Now, there is one side that is claiming that Microsoft is doing things wrong. They actually are doing things unfair, creating Game Pass, making games available to millions of people for one low monthly price. I find nothing wrong with that, but they feel like they're threatening the industry, and also the fact that Call of Duty, which is part of the ABK deal, if they lose the exclusivity rights for their marketing, they're threatening their bottom line, which is basically what's going to happen. And right now Sony is scrambling and they're trying to find any way and every way to derail this deal. Now, don't get me wrong, I find that there are a couple of things that are questionable, but it's all fair, especially when it comes to love and business. So I don't want to go through any recaps because I'm pretty sure everybody is has exhausted the ideas, but the fact that Sony went to the CMB in UK and they actually had them verbatim quote what Sony has mentioned when they went to the Brazilian board shows signs of desperation. And Jim Ryan also publicly airing out a contractual deal that Microsoft has put forth for them, saying that, oh yeah, you can actually be allowed to continue your existing contract with the Call of Duty, and then 3 years after, you're allowed to have Call of Duty on your consoles, you know, in the near future, which is about, give or take, about 5 years from now. There's nothing wrong with that, but Jim Ryan says that the deal is inadequate. In other words, they want more years. They probably want 10. They wanted the duration, and they also wanted to go into the following year because they feel like their bottom line will be threatened, and that the threat of their console dominance will actually dwindle. So now I'm just going to talk about what happened recently, which was yesterday. If you are watching this video now, that is September 13th, 2022. There was two streams that happened. One from Nintendo, the Nintendo Direct, and there was the Sony's PlayStation State of Play. Now, a lot of things came to light when I actually saw both of these programs. One, because I saw a game called Sifu. Now, Sifu came out for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 exclusively for, I believe, since this past year, earlier this year. It was available exclusively, and then now it's available for the Nintendo Switch, but no Xbox. It came out for Steam as well, but no Xbox. I find that extremely unfair. So there's hypocrisy continues. Octopath Traveler, another great game. The first one came out for the Xbox, and people said, oh, but Xbox paid for it to get onto Game Pass. Okay, that might be all well and good, But I thought in good faith that Octopath Traveler 2 would also be available on Xbox, or a simultaneous release for Xbox, the PlayStation, and the Nintendo Switch. No, that didn't happen. And once again, hypocrisy continues. Now we're talking about another game, Project Eve. They made there was a trailer that happened, I believe it was earlier this year, from a Korean developer called Shift Up. And the game came out. I mean, the game, had its showing. And then during the Sony PlayStation's State of Play, they showed the trailer again, but this time as an exclusive. And Project Eve's new name will be called Stellar Blade, and it's a PlayStation 5 exclusive. It's not coming out for Steam, it's not coming out for Xbox. But when the game was first announced, it was available for the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the Steam. So, who's in the wrong? I mean, if you want to go even further, what about Final Fantasy VII Remake? That game was supposed to be out of exclusivity this year, and yet it has not yet come out for any other console. It hasn't come out for Xbox, it's not coming out for Switch Cloud, and it's not coming out for PC. So, see, this is where my I'm sorry, it is out for PC, I believe. Is it? I don't think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. But see, now you see, it's okay when Sony does it, but when Microsoft and Xbox does it, everybody's up in arms. But I know what you're thinking. Oh, Microsoft has done this before. Oh yeah, they've done money hatting before, but it's business. If you don't have the money, if you can't pony up, then shut up. Okay, get your money right, and do it right. That doesn't make any sense. Why it's not okay. So now that Sony has been doing this for quite a while now, and and Microsoft right now is caught between a rock and a hard place, which it shouldn't be. Everyone is up in arms. Why? It doesn't make any sense. So, what are your thoughts? My thoughts, let me tell you mine, actually. I feel like the ABK deal is going to go through. I feel like all these things, even the events that happened yesterday, solidifies that Microsoft is okay with doing what they are doing. Having ABK will actually help the industry. It actually will also solidify their ABK, the union deal that they're actually working on, because Microsoft is 100% behind that. And, of course, Game Pass will actually become stronger and get the ideas. And also, the contract that Microsoft gave Sony is fair deal. Okay? They get Call of Duty for the next 5 years. 5 years. That means the next 5 durations, depending on if it's 2 years or 1 year or every year. And even Warzone. Warzone will be on the console well after the deal's over. So I don't think there's going to be any issues. So tell me what your thoughts are. Give yourself some kudos if you feel the same, or if you don't, give yourself kudos anyway. But this is HUD Zero, the old school gamer, and of course the Ironheart of Xbox. And remember, what I tell all my friends: stay awesome.